Yo, 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 what's going on out the fight world? This your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on the all-time great and two future Hall of Fames in this fight game. We have Terence T-Boy Crawford, a three-division world champion, a former undisputed world champion, the current WBO welterweight world champ. Then we have Errol, the true Spence Jr., the king of the welterweight division, the WBC, the IBF, and the Super WBA unified world champ. And then we have Canelo Alvarez, arguably the greatest Mexican fighter of all time, the four-division world champion, and the current undisputed super middleweight world champ. And some people still see Canelo as the face of boxing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, in case you've been living up under a brick or just out of the loop, Errol, the true Spence Jr. Terence Crawford has been signed, sealed, and delivered for July 29th. You understand? And everybody been giving their takes on the fight. Now, Canelo gave his pick, right? And Canelo picked Terence Crawford. You know, he is Terence Crawford. He feel like Bud Crawford has, the better skill set, for us, being a better boxer, being a switch hitter, things of that nature. The same few reasons why you got a lot of, fighters picking Bud to beat Errol Spence. But Canelo came out, he gave Errol Spence some advice in this fight. He told EJ to focus on the body of Terence Crawford, because aiming for the head, it can get slick and it can get trickery. You understand? Now, Canelo, been in there with so many styles and so many great fighters, I take his points in consideration. You know what I mean? He's doing it out of respect for Errol Spence. He is a fan of this man right here, Errol the true Spence Jr. Canelo like Errol Spence and things of that nature. He just feel like Bud go edge it out. Now, when it comes to Errol Spence is a fan of Canelo Alvarez as well. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no hard feelings there. We all know EJ wanted to fight Errol Spence. We all know Oscar De La Hoya wanted to make that happen. He wanted to sign Errol Spence to Golden Boy promotion, let Errol fight Miguel Cotto, and then get the W up off him, then make Canelo and Errol happen at 154. But, Errol will take the advice from Canelo Alvarez. He won't take it as disrespect or trying to tell him what to do, things of that nature, even though, he going to have a hell of a game plan working with his trainer, Derrick James. Derrick James, trainer of the year. You know what I'm saying? We know Canelo, Eddie Reynoso was getting trainer of the year as well. So, two top-notch trainers going, putting down game plans, and, that's what it is in the boxing game. But Errol Spence will have a hell of a game plan. Derrick James will have a hell of a game plan. And, they go in there and work on what they got to work on. You feel me? Because going up against this guy right here, Terence Crawford, it won't be easy. You feel me? It won't be easy. Bud is a slick fighter. You heard that? Terence Crawford fanatics. Montray-Brown is a fan of Bud, but I'm not a fanatic like some of these other dudes. But Terence Crawford is a slick fighter. He got his way of maneuvering around that ring and making it work for him. But Bud Crawford never been in there with somebody like a Errol Spence, with the determination, the tenacity, the focus, the fundamentally sound, and the body work that Errol Spence, put down. It forces you to fight a certain fight as well. So, focusing on Terence Crawford body will be a good game plan, because you forces him to sit down. And once you force him to sit down, he got to do what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world? I'm going to say it again. If Errol Spence going there and focus on the body, which he always focus on the body, right, and forces Terence Crawford to sit down and stop moving, Terence Crawford has to do what? That's right. He has to fight. You know what I mean? He has to fight. And when you fighting, that favor Errol Spence. You know what I mean? Everybody who's picking in this fight, everybody who's saying they got Terence Crawford winning or Errol Spence winning, one of the things that they bring up is Bud can't get caught up in exchanging and just fighting with EJ, because he is the bigger, stronger man. Regardless how people want to make it, or Terence Crawford strong too, which he is, right? Bud is a strong dude. You can't take that away from him, right? But I feel like Errol Spence is the stronger man, and, Bud can't get caught up in them exchanges, So if you're working on the body, you sit his ass down and you force him to fight, that plays in the favor of Errol the true Spence Jr., which I feel like you're going to have to fight anyway, because, Errol is not going to let him just move around the ring and, do what he want to do, try to outbox him and pick him apart. Nah, Errol Spence is built for that type of style, to sit their ass down and make them fight. You know what I mean? But with Canelo giving out a few pointers, I can respect it. You know what I mean? I think Errol Spence can respect it as well. It ain't coming from a place of arrogancy. It ain't coming from a place of, trying to tell you what to do. It's just that we all know Canelo been in the ring with so many styles, right? A la Floyd Money Mayweather is the biggest name you can put out there on anybody's resume, right? And, you just have to call it how you see it, right? When you see a slick boxer like Terence Crawford that know how to move around the ring, try to use his head movement and things of that nature. You can't just focus upstairs. You got to focus downstairs as well. And we all know that's a specialty of Errol the True Spence Jr. because his body work is what he's known for. You know what I mean? Mike McCollum was a hell of a body snatcher, and Errol Spence is most definitely a hell of a body snatcher. He don't stop working the body. He worked the body like he's worked his jab. You understand? Errol Spence worked the body like he worked his jab. You know, and that's kind of rare nowadays because a lot of fighters, they forget to go to the body. All they do, they go out there and head hunt, trying to land a big shot and trying to get you up out of there, especially if they're a power puncher. You know what I'm saying? They forget about the fundamentals, you know, or trying to break your opponent down and let them know. You feel me? You're not just going to do what you want to do in this ring, and I'm not just going to be head hunt and you making me miss and you making me pay. You making me miss and, yeah, you making me pay. You feel me? It ain't going to be none of that. Errol Spence going to be on point. Derrick James going to keep him on point. Don't get me wrong. You know, Brian Bomac McIntyre going to have a hell of a game plan for Terence Crawford as well. You know, they know that Errol Spence is the body snatcher, so they're going to be working on counter shots and trying to catch you with, you know what I'm saying, uppercuts and things of that nature once you go downstairs, and trying to be on point to make sure when you go downstairs, you don't want to try to just continue to do it over and over and over, you know what I mean? So you got to make sure that you on point and, you know, make them pay when they doing something, you know, repetitive and you caught on to it. You feel me? And this going to be one hell of a fight. That's why you got people like Canelo, you know, giving their 2 cents and, you know, saying what should be done against a certain fighter. You feel me? Well, I ain't going to say against a certain fighter, but against a certain style. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you're a veteran in the game, if you've been in the ring with every style there is, and you go up against a slick boxer puncher, somebody that can use their legs, got head movement and things like that, you know, it's a style that you got to fight them with, you know, to get their attention. You know what I'm saying? You got to be smart. You got to be sharp and can't just go out there doing no anything because, you know, elite fighters that's on that level, like a Terence Crawford, like a Floyd Money Mayweather, the ones that can make you miss and make you pay and waiting to counter your ass with a big shot so they can jump on you and try to finish you. Yeah, you got to fight them with that certain style, man, to, you know, let them know that your IQ is up there as well and that, yeah, you went there with somebody that's different. You know what I'm saying? You in there with somebody that's different. So, like I say, man, Canelo giving out a few points to Errol Spence, it ain't a bad thing. And it's not going to be the keys to victory. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he going out there saying, you know what, you should go here and do this and do that and do this, and that automatically means you go win. No, he just giving a few little pointers, just letting you know, man, look, focus on the body, you know, because that always pays off. And down the line, when you sit his ass down, you know, them championship rounds, you know, you put yourself in a good position. As long as you can take what they dishing out, and as long as you still there for the long haul, you know, down the stretch, you working on that body, you know, it's going to put you in a good position to win them championship rounds down the stretch, or give you a chance, you know what I'm saying, to win them championship rounds down the stretch where, you know, if they used to just controlling the pace, doing what they want to do, tiring out their opponents, now you done flipped the tables, you know what I mean? Now you done got their ass tired, and they got to sit down, and they got to figure something out, and come out there and adjust. You know what I mean? And that's the main thing about this fight with Errol and Bud. Whoever make the best adjustments at the right time will be victorious. You know? I don't feel like one style is go get it done, just going in there, trying to maul and brawl, or just going in there and just trying to outbox the fighter. That's not going to get it done. It's going to be certain things you got to do at a certain point in time. When one do this, you got to do that. You know what I mean? If he go do that, then you got to do this. You feel me? So I think both of these dudes going to be 120% prepared. Like we're saying, this is the biggest fight in boxing. Everybody and their mama going to be watching. So you're not going to leave no stone unturned. Both of them undefeated. They don't know how to lose, right? Both of them been world champs for a long time now. So they understand the game. You know what I mean? They understand the game. They faced a lot of tough competition to know what one another's bringing and what you got to bring to the ring to win on that night. You feel me? So it's going to be a hell of a fight that we all going to enjoy, man. Shouts out to Canelo. We know he's in talks with David Benavidez for September. They'll give us another hell of a fight. This fight with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence right now is the fight of the year, right? In my opinion, I'm calling it the fight of the year. And, you know, it's the fight that we all been wanting to see, man. Like Errol said, this is one of the fights that's going to be talked about for decades, you know what I mean? And it's the biggest fight in decades at the welterweight division. We're talking about two cats at the top of their game, world champions, undefeated, and that's ready to get in there and get it on, bro. So shouts out to Canelo. Appreciate the tips. Shouts out to Bud Crawford. Good luck to you. Gonna need it. Shouts out to EJ. Let's go do your thing, King. Let's get that scrap and let's reign supreme. Straight like that.